Hi, my name is Sally Gutierrez, and I'm a pastor at Freedom Outreach. I grew up in a Christian home. I never had a father, and for me that was the hardest thing because I was taken at a young age from my mom because of situations in our home, and I had a lot of anger towards my family because I seen my mom get beat in front of coming home from school, and I seen her being tied, and when I went upstairs and seen her, she was, they didn't want me to see her, but I seen it anyway, and at that age it was like a trauma to me, and I had a lot of anger back then, and when I turned 18, I thought, well, going to church would be the answer. And back then, I just felt like it wasn't for me, and so I went a wrong direction. I ended up doing drugs. I found my husband, and my family would tell me he wasn't the guy for me because we grew up in a Christian home. My dad died before I was born, and so I never knew what my dad looked like just by pictures. And for me, it was the hardest thing because growing up, and like I said, when they took me away, social services took us away, they never gave me back to my mom for it till a year. And it was hard for me because I struggled with that. And when I went back to my family, it was so hard because I felt like my family disowned me. And I grew up like with that anger inside of me. And when I got married to my husband, I thought, oh, this is going to be a better thing, doing drugs, doing whatever, but it wasn't. And I still have, sometimes the devil comes at me, thinking about my past, but I know that God has set me free of it. And I used to get seizures, and that's a generational curse because it was from my dad. And my dad was a very a man of God. He went out in the streets and prayed and for people, and I now as I'm older, I just still think, what would my dad be like if if he was still alive, but I know one day I will get to see him in heaven. But when I got saved, God set me free of the seizures. I haven't had a seizure, and I'm old. I'm 54 years old, and I just thank my children for just stepping out and praying for us, and before we got saved. And I can't just thank God. I don't know how much to thank God, for what He has done for me and my family. And people that are out there that have anger towards their family, towards their husbands, wives, or brothers, sisters, there's a way, you just seek God, and He will direct your path.
Wait! Before you exit out of the screen, we want to make sure that you have the opportunity to know about the God that you just heard about.
That's right. So wherever you are today, please ask Jesus to forgive you of your sins and ask Him to become the Lord of your life.
Yeah, let Him turn your past into your story. And once He has, we want to hear about it. You can email us your video testimony at ucn.young@gmail.com.
You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.